Hi guys, my name is Grant and I do things, and today we are going to take a big step back. We are going to look inward upon ourselves. We are going to explore our demons and figure out what it's like to be a bad person. You see, sometimes people on the internet make fun of other things on the internet. It's wild, I know. Last night I saw a video by Jake Paul that really hit me right in the heart. It really showed me that commentary videos are a plague on this YouTube community. That took way too long to say. Jake Paul, the hero that he is, has shown us all that commentary has no place in a functional society. I am joking, it was a ridiculous video, but it was great. I'm going to talk about it. Before we begin, I want to point out that this video has a mid-roll ad every 2 minutes. I'm assuming his fan base does not fall into the 4 people who bought YouTube Premium. They're not even strategically spaced out, they're just randomly shoved in there. Also, one last thing, if I sound sick, I'm sick. The good thing about being sick is that now, instead of a tenor, I am a bass. So I can now sing all of Old Town Road without straining my voice. Big yay on that one.
I'm about to confront one of my biggest haters, 28-year-old wannabe comedian Cody Co.
It's an odd claim that Jake Paul makes right here. Cody Co is not one of your biggest haters, bud. Personally, I would say KSI might be your biggest hater. I googled Jake Paul commentary on YouTube. Cody Co was the 7th result. He fell right behind, I have to look at this, I'm Alex, Kavos, Drew Gooden, Jarvis Johnson, and Quentin Reviews. Cody Co is nothing close to the most vocal person about you, Jake Paul. And plus, he hasn't talked about you in 11 months. No one's talked about you in 11 months. Which I guess is why he's going after one of the bigger commentary channels, because he wants to be back in the news. So he's doing this so that all the commentary channels will respond to him. And I'm feeding into that.
I'm not YouTube's hero. I'm not here to save the day and do all this stuff.
Jake Paul, don't worry. No one thinks you're YouTube's hero. You are good on that front. You don't have to worry about it. Your actions, in that regard, speak much louder than any words you could ever have.
It's consumed our generation, it's consumed our society, and I think it's...
This video is full of a lot of odd editing choices. Jake Paul, maybe you should fire your editor and hire a new editor. Much like my good friend Patrick Rupp. Patrick Rupp is a nice Michigan State attendee. He was in Men's Glee for a hot minute. Please look at him. He's a film major. He's looking for work in Los Angeles. Please go hire that boy.
With these negative trolls online who have 2.5 million subscribers, all the way to people like Keemstar who have even more subscribers than that just spread negativity.
The negative trolls. He sounds like he's a lawmaker from Vermont or something. It's really funny.
Cody Co has made probably 10 videos now and dozens of tweets talking shit about not only me but my brother.
If he's made tens of videos and dozens of tweets, maybe it's a good idea to show a lot of them and not just 5 of each. I'm assuming this was a choice made by your editor and not you, Jake Paul. It's almost as if you should get a new editor. Like my boy Patrick Rupp, he is a nice 19 or 20-year-old man. I can't remember what year he was born in. I'm pretty sure he's 19. He's a good guy. He's looking for work in Los Angeles. He's a film major. Go hire this boy.
I am going to confront Cody Co in person today.
Jake Paul reminds me of Shazam in a lot of ways. He seems like a child who was thrust into being an adult when he wasn't ready. And he's just stumbling his way through trying to be a good person, but he's completely misguided on what makes you a good person. He's trying to be a hero, but he doesn't know how, so his best attempt is to go after a guy who makes YouTube videos instead of something that matters.
The backstory of this is my friend Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Did you just say the "my name is Jeff" meme, unironically? Here's the deal. Pyrocynical, he says that because it's so overplayed and it's such an old meme that no one cares about it anymore. And so he says it ironically as a joke. You just straight up just said, "My name is Jeff." Unironically. Sick. Good meme, bud.
His fan base, he's dubbed them Jake Paulers. Creative. He came out with a song, a new song. They both come out with songs, actually.
He doesn't even try to defend against the fact that the Jake Paulers is one of the most uncreative names on earth. He's just like, yeah, I guess that's true. He looks down. He's just like, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Doesn't defend against it at all.
Like, you're just shitting on every little possible detail that this person is doing.
Everyone in the world.
Boy, if you think that's hatred, you have never been bullied in your life. Jake Paul, I don't know how dense you are. Probably about 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. Math jokes are funny.
I haven't checked it out yet, honestly. I've been waiting because I want to.
I think he's terrible. Like, these videos are terrible. Like, I don't even want to watch them.
Jake Paul just looks so hurt that Cody hadn't checked out his video. He was like, you haven't seen it? Oh. Sad.
The point is, here's some examples of like the people he shit on, the jokes he's made about people. It's just not acceptable.
This is Logan Paul with better hair.
Now that's magic.
Oh, wait, what the kind of M. Night Shyamalan ending was that? There's another absolute classic starting situation right there, folks. You know, when you're juggling your soccer ball alone.
You gotta move on.
Oh, Jesus f***ing Christ. You know this is not comedy. You can do this with anything.
I'm not really sure if that's the right thing. And he's like, come on, just do it. It's not a big deal.
Who the f do you want to date?
I'll have my daily dose of vitamins, and I'll make a couple of these health drinks. Camus powder?
Oh, dude, you're drinking cum powder?
He's just a ball of hatred that has a fan base.
Those jokes weren't even that bad. I've seen Cody go do worse jokes than that. Why were those the jokes you were hurt by? This is just another example of some awful editing that your editor is doing. Go hire my boy Patrick Rupp. He needs work. He needs a job.
Like I said, I don't want to be like the YouTube's hero right now.
Yeah, you're good. No one's gonna think you're YouTube's hero. Actually, for like the last 3 years, we thought you were the villain. Fun fact. I don't know if you're aware of that. That's actually why we have commentary channels in the first place, to establish a villain, and they chose you. I don't know if you knew that, but that's how that was happening. That's what we were deciding. We actually just moved on. I think now everybody's hitting on Pro Jared. So you're in the clear, but I think you like being the villain. So make no mistake. It's not Pro Jared anymore. I think now we're moved on to either James Charles or Tati, depending on which video you like more. But it's not you, Jake Paul. Don't worry about it.
He's definitely crossing the line in a huge way, where if someone was watching this video and it was about them and they didn't have tough skin, that could seriously affect them. And I can only imagine the ripple effect that this has to his audience, for them to be like in school and be like what the f is that? What's that backpack? Like, who is that girl? Look at that girl sitting by herself at lunch. Like,
yeah, but that's not really Cody Co's fault. I mean, if you take offense at something that's kind of on you, what you are offended at may be completely validated. It may be completely justified to be offended by something. That's still on you. No one's really responsible for that except for you. So if you are the one who's being offended by Cody Co's videos, mind you, they're very tame, and there's no reason you should be offended by it. Even if you're in them, like, learn to laugh at yourself, dude. If you're the kind of person who's like 22, sitting there at a computer, talks like a child, like a 16-year-old, and you're offended by Cody Co's videos that he made on you because you were being a douchebag, maybe you're the problem. He's not making fun of people for things they can't control. Like, if he was making fun of someone because someone was sitting alone, he's like, oh, it's a loser, that's not justified. But if someone is posting really cringy TikToks on the internet, I think that's grounds to make fun of them, because that is an active choice that they are making to do with their free time. In commentary, the only valid criticisms are those that are of something that you can control. Like, if you post something really cringy on the internet, you had the choice to either post it or not post it, and you chose post it. So getting commentary channels to talk about it is completely justified because you posted a cringy thing. Sitting alone at lunch is not something you can really have control over, at least not in the sense that he's talking about. So it would be invalid to criticize a person for that, because you don't get to choose to be alone. That got really dark. Jake Paul's an idiot, is what I'm saying. That's the thesis of this video. Jake Paul's an idiot.
Think of how far that hatred goes to his videos that are getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 9 million views. And I challenge you guys to like remove any hate that's within you. And if you are jealous of someone, if you don't like someone, if you find yourself like talking shit about someone, like change that narrative and change that conversation, and don't be a part of just like bringing people down.
In general, I find the people who are preaching you should love everybody, you should not hate anybody, you should just be love and acceptance, I find those to be the most hateful kinds of people. I don't know if this is a trend or if it's just me, but generally, if you're the kind of person who's like, hey, you need to stop hating people, we need to just love everybody, I probably think you're a hateful person. You might be projecting just a little bit.
It's like there's no point. And I think since like stuff's on the internet, like it's all like kind of like funny, and it's easy to like laugh at these things when people are making fun of other people, yes, but think about like what that is actually doing to these people that you're laughing at or that he's like making fun of.
This boy is talking about Cody Ko like he's the spawn of Satan. He's a 28 dude making videos talking about weird stuff on the internet. It's not that bad, man. Like, are you gonna get mad at movie critics for making fun of movies? No, that's dumb. That's dumb. I didn't even explain it right because it's so dumb. Maybe it's kind of weird to some people, these commentary YouTubers, because they are making fun of people. It might be a hard pill to swallow. Here's what I have to pose to you. Have you heard of late night television? Late night television is funny. Sometimes. It's really cringy sometimes. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's funny. Late night television is just making fun of people who just politically differ from you. Usually Republicans. For example, Trevor Noah at The Daily Show, making fun of people whose political ideas he disagrees with. Same with John Oliver on Last Week Tonight. Same thing with the Colbert Show. What's that one? I don't even remember. And you know what? Same thing with like SNL. That's like the entirety of Comedy Central is just making fun of people, and it's great. SNL, every now and again, throws out a banger, and it's just making fun of people.
I can only imagine what he's going through as a person, you know, like how hurt he feels on the inside to where he needs to like drag people down to make himself feel better, to like push his career farther down the line.
You know how Jake Paul is stuttering and like leaving long gaps within like last 10 seconds of his talking? I think that's when he realized, oh wait, I'm doing the exact same thing, but I'm in too deep. I can't switch it now. I think he's been holding in some hatred and some anger for when everybody was roasting him, and now he's just like had it. He's just like, you know what, I'm done. Pushing it all away. Here's Jake Paul's anger. Pushing it all away. And he's projecting it right back. So if like the anger's now right here, it's come back and it's just landed on Cody Ko.
So if you feel like that, if you're one of those people that like maybe feels like you need to hate on other people, or you find yourself hating on other people, accept that and maybe figure out how you can not do that.
If you feel the need to hate on other people, just don't do it. Oh, I love this guy. I think Jake Paul would be a great judge. Hey, you did this thing? Yeah. Well, have you thought maybe about not doing it?
Violence isn't the answer. Like, I'll be like, hey, what up, bro? Like, I'm gonna fight you. Like, no.
You know, I think Jake Paul wants to fight Cody Ko. Like, genuinely. I'm pretty sure that he does. He's given this some thought. He is talking about it, which means he's thought about it at least somewhat. Jake Paul has sized up Cody Ko. Jake Paul has been looking him up to down, side to side. He has Googled his measurements. Have you seen Cody Ko? He's got some of that. He's got some muscles. He's a muscly boy. Jake Paul is probably like sizing him up, trying to figure out how quickly he can turn him into a chicken McNugget, trying to figure out how many trips he needs to take to put the groceries away. Jake Paul wants to fight Cody Ko. Cody Ko, run. I don't want to be mean, but have you seen this guy fight Deji? He would rip your head off.
But like, I do want to get a point across that like that Cody, you are a piece of.
That's true.
You know, I thought it was conventional editing wisdom to not put clips of Donald Trump in your videos because he's a very polarizing president right now. That's sloppy editing right there. That kind of editing would not be done by my boy Patrick Rupp. He is a nice 19 or 20-year-old person, I cannot remember, who is looking for work. Hire him. He's got an entire portfolio on YouTube. Link there. Hire him. Oh, this is stupid. So then Jake Paul goes to encounter Cody Ko. I'm going to skip all that because he does a commentary on it later. We're just going to talk about the commentary because the entire meeting with Cody Ko is really, really funny. Cody Ko is just like, hey, it's Jake Paul. What do you know? And Jake Paul's like, yeah, I want to fight, man. I want to fight. I want to see how many fingers it takes to turn you into a 5-fish fillet. I've had a lot of McDonald's recently. Can you tell?
Instantly gets scared. Like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Like these cyber bullies, like. But if you watch the way he is on his videos, it's like.
I like how Jake Paul starts to make a thought and then abandons it because he just gave up on the idea of the thought and the editor still left it in. That's really sloppy editing work. Go hire my boy Patrick Rupp. In Cody's defense, Jake, you are walking towards him quite threateningly. You clearly don't like him. I don't really blame Cody Co for being defensive and being like, hey, are you trying to fight? I'm not gonna fight. Because Jake Paul, you are known for fighting people on the internet. Do you remember what happened with Dudgy? You could rip his head off. Don't rip his head off.
Homie's like, if he was saying that shit to someone in front of their face, like, he would get knocked out.
Sit down. Do what again?
He's like, say, oh, look at his face. Look at how nervous he is.
Cody Co is smiling and clearly having a good time. He's not nervous. I don't know what you're talking about, bud.
Come in nicer, dude. You don't care about cyberbullies kids, bro. Kids?
You're kids, bro. I don't like that.
Which kids?
Which kids? Like, he's deflecting. Like, he doesn't even want to like.
He's not deflecting. You've given him no examples of kids that he cyberbullied. You can't just expect people to be like, oh, you're making fun of kids. Really? When have I done that? And he's like, you just made fun of kids. You just did it. What? No, I don't remember doing it. When did I do it? You just did it. No, you haven't given him a reason to care about what you're saying, dude. Why am I getting so upset about this? Jake Paul is just like, you're making fun of kids. I'm sorry, what? No, you're making fun of kids. You're making fun of kids. You couldn't even pick out a kid that he was making fun of. He has a video on TikTok. Kids everywhere in that, man. Pick a kid in that TikTok video. That's the kid. There, Jake Pauler. Why not? You couldn't even fake being a victim correctly. Also, why is it so bad to make fun of kids? I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. I don't mean that.
What kids? Which kids? Like, bro, how about the 200 videos that you have on your YouTube channel?
Then you're a cyberbully. I'm sorry. Hey, man. You said sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry for bullying.
Right. So should somebody tell Jake Paul that he's not actually sorry? Because I'm not sure if he got the message. Jake Paul, Cody Co is memeing on you. You're falling for it, Jake Paul. You are falling for his memes. You never fall for a memer's memes. It's the first rule of memology. It's my major. In addition, the cameraman keeps moving the camera and like zooming in at really weird times. Stop. It's really disorientating. It's really strange to look at. I feel like you need a better cameraman, or better yet, an editor that can fix that. So you should call my boy Patrick Rupp. I'm really trying, Patrick. This man is so good. He's so good.
Looks down at the ground and like is like, I'm sorry, man. Like, these are the types of like, they're not like he's not like a real man. He's 28 years old and he's like, I'm sorry, man. Like, sorry for talking shit about you for 45 minutes online. Like,
okay, you're doing yourself a disservice. I'm pretty sure he's done way more than 45 minutes, dude. And he's not really being shy. He's just like, he's memeing on you. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, being sarcastic. And he's like looking you in the eye. People who are like genuinely not sure and upset about what they did do not look people in the eyes. It's not how that works. I am a mathematician. I have done the math. I have found the angle of attack that man is looking at. I have spent way more time on this than I should have. He was looking at the people on the couch that you're going to see in a shot like 20 seconds from now. He is not looking at the ground, bud. I have taken the angles. I have looked at that in reference to like the floor. I have found the angle of difference. It is like not even a thing. This is what I'm doing with my degree. People ask me what I'm going to do with my math degree. I'm going to look at if people are looking down and I'm going to calculate the angles of dabs. That's what I'm going to do.
it's all fun and games until it's not fun and games. That's what the problem is. Like,
it's all fun and games until it's not fun and games. It is all blue until it is not blue. It is all before dinner until it is not before dinner. It is all either this one thing or everything that's not that one thing. Okay, we'll roll with it. Jake Paul, you are a 22-year-old man, and you are acting like a 16-year-old.
We all have different lines. No, for sure.
it's crazy that
Okay.
it's crazy that he just like doesn't care. Like he's just like so like into himself, and like we all have different lines, and like maybe he's just a sociopath or like something, like I don't know, like I don't want to talk about mental health, but like maybe he has like a mental health issue where he doesn't have empathy for other people.
Maybe he doesn't care because you haven't given him a reason to care. You're the one making the claim. You're the one who has to assert the evidence for the claim to convince him of his ways, because he's just living his life, man. You're the one who's telling him that he's wrong, so you need to be the one to supply evidence. For example, you're living your life, I'm the one making the claim that you are wrong, I'm the one supplying the evidence that you are wrong, in the form of a video. A very bad video, a very rushed video, a video made about maybe like 24 hours after this video was uploaded, but a video nonetheless. Also, Jake Paul should not be calling people psychopaths. Of all the people on Earth who are not allowed to call people psychopaths, I would have like a list, and Jake Paul would be like second on the list. First on the list would probably be Freddy Krueger. If I had a list of people, I think this joke's funny, let me tell it. If I had a list of people who were very sick, it'd have 2 people on it, and then like everybody else, it'd be like, second place would be Cody Co. And first place would be my boy Patrick Rupp, please hire him. Drink every single time I've advertised my boy Patrick Rupp in this video. I'm pretty sure you're wasted right now.
I see both sides of it. Like, I see what you're saying. I told him if he made a video about me, I'd be crushed.
So if Cody made a video about Jason as like a 45-year-old man, Jason would be crushed.
That dude is 45. I mean, he looks 45, but like, he's 45. Jake Paul, why are you hanging out with a 45-year-old? You're 22. This man was your age before you were a thing. This man is literally twice your age, Jake Paul. Why are you guys hanging out with him?
The sad part about it is that I think the only way he will change, like maybe his processes or his thoughts on everything, is if he faces enough backlash. I believe that social media creators won't change if they are a bad person unless they receive enough backlash. Let
me break down his plan right now, because Jake Paul is a mastermind, right? He's got this genius plan. He wants to cancel Cody Co. And the way he wants to do that is by making him receive backlash. It's almost as if it's the commentary YouTuber's job to do that. Like, that's why the commentary YouTube genre exists, to make fun of the people doing bad things, in large part so they'll stop doing the bad things. If nobody did cringy or bad things, there would be no need to have commentary YouTubers, because they'd have nothing to make content on. So instead of Cody Co going to cyberbully kids, he's not actually cyberbullying kids, but I'm just going with it. Instead of having Cody Co cyberbully kids, Jake Paul is sending his army of kids to go cyberbully Cody Co. And you know what the best part about this? Cody Co, if you've seen his Twitter, he's memeing about this. He thinks it's the best thing ever, and I don't blame him. This is hilarious. Alright, the video ends really abruptly, but you know what? We'll roll with it. All in all, my mind has not changed. Jake Paul is still an idiot. Cody Co is still very funny. I don't know. Did we need more proof that Jake Paul was not a good person? I don't think we did. Yet somehow I think we still got it. I mean, he himself said he wasn't YouTube's hero, so you know what? Guess that makes him the villain. It's either he's the hero or he's not the hero. Alright, this video was dumb. It was really funny though. If you have a chance, go look up like the commentator YouTubers' Twitters, because they are just memeing this entire thing, and I love it. That's about all I've got right now. You can like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Subscribe if you are a person, or if you're not a person. Let's get the dog army going up here on YouTube right now. I've got a Twitter. I tweet things. Nick Culver likes my tweets. That's all I've got. Have a good day. Subscribe.